Hello everyone, welcome to WD18, the Watford fan channel. Welcome to another video. Now today we're going to be talking about new signing Philip Zinckernagel, who's joined the Hornets on a 5.5-year contract from Boda and Glimt on a free transfer. And on paper, this looks like a really exciting deal. Philip Zinckernagel registered some incredible stats last season. 19 goals, 24 assists in 28 games in the Elite Serie for Boda and Glimt. Of course, he played in the Europa League for them as well, where they went to the San Siro and played AC Milan. So clearly, this guy has got talent. Of course, there's a step up from the Elite Serie into the Championship, and it's going to take time for him to bed in. It's difficult for a January transfer, let alone when there's that big a step up for a player. But clearly, this guy's got talent, and from what I've seen of him and what I've read up about him, he's a very technical player. He's direct. He's got great crossing ability, and he's a set piece taker, which is a massive boost for us because we've been looking for a set piece taker really since Alman Abdi left the football club. Jose Holebas kind of filled that void, didn't he, taking the corners, but they weren't great. And Alman's probably the best free kick taker we've had in a long time, set piece taker. So fingers crossed that Philip Zinckernagel can come in and fill that void that's been left for about 5 years or so. But from what I've seen from him, as I said, technical, direct, great crossing ability. And it's a low-risk signing, really, because we've signed him on a free transfer. There's been big interest from elsewhere, the likes of Schalke, Red Star Belgrade, Fenerbahce, Celtic. You know, these are big European clubs. And Watford have managed to persuade him to join on a long-term contract and on a free transfer. And he was not short of offers. I actually read there was a load of lower Serie A sides interested in him as well. So it's a great pickup from Watford on a free transfer. And fingers crossed he can hit the ground running. As I said to you before, it's going to take time. And something that I would consider is the system that he's going to play in under Xisco Munoz. Now, what I've read up about him during his time at Boda and Glimt, particularly during 2020, when his output was incredible, was that he was very consistent. He played on the right wing for pretty much every single game. And that's where he was most effective. So clearly he's a player who benefits from consistency because the 2 seasons before, when he was playing for Boda and Glimt, he was moving around positions and his output was nowhere near as good as it was in 2020. So number one, we need to be consistent in the position we play him in, whether that's right, left, or just behind the striker. Number two, he needs to fit in a system. Now, the 4-4-2 system really limits the options. We can play him on the right, but I don't think we should drop Sarr. You could play him on the left for Ken Sema, but Ken's a good player on the left as well. But I would like to see him through the middle. I believe we've been missing a lot of creativity in the central areas. And as we saw with Troy Deeney dropping back for the Swansea game, maybe that is the role that Philip Zinckernagel will take up under Xisco Munoz. We move to a 4-2-3-1. He moves just behind the striker, behind Andre Gray, and he could play in that number 10 role. And I think that could be really effective. Of course, it's a bit of a it's a bit of a risk in a sense because Philip Zinckernagel clearly is stronger maybe on the right-hand side, but he can play behind the striker. And that's definitely something I'd consider if I was Xisco. And also what I would consider is Boda and Glimt were incredibly attacking last season in the Elite Serie. And they played on the front foot. They were very direct, a very direct counter-attacking team as well. And I haven't seen a lot of Xisco Munoz's team so far to make a judgment. But the 2 games I have seen so far is we're very pragmatic. And we're maybe not as on the front foot as I like us to be, and maybe that wouldn't suit Philip Zinckernagel that well. I feel that he suits a team with a lot of offensive actions rather than defensive actions, and clearly we're quite a deep team under Xisco Munoz so far. Yes, they've been 2 top 2 oppositions, but at the same time, it'll be interesting to see if we can maybe suit to his strengths a little bit more and play on the front foot and get into that final third a little bit more and connect that midfield to the attack. So to recap, number one, it looks like a really promising signing on a free transfer with the number of teams linked with him, with what I've seen from him so far and what assets he will bring to this Watford squad. It looks like a really exciting signing. But number two, we need to be consistent with his position, whether that's right, left, central. We need to be consistent because clearly he benefits with a consistent run in the same position. Number three, we need to make sure that he can fit in this system because at the moment in a 4-4-2, I don't know whether we'll be able to fit him in. And I think with a 4-2-3-1, we could fit him in just behind the striker and he could bring that creativity. And number four, what we need to bear in mind is it's going to take time for him to settle in. It's a big step up from Boda and Glimt to the Championship. But fingers crossed he can make that transition. He's a technical player. He's a direct player. And that is a big positive for me. So it should make that transition a little bit smoother. but it is going to take time. It's always difficult for January transfers, and particularly when it's a step up from league to another league. So that's what I'd consider. That's my thoughts on Philip Zinckernagel and the signing that Watford have made. If you did enjoy the video, please do leave a like, and don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you, guys.